Good evening, everyone. So, welcome to session number 10 of HRM. And we'll wait for a few minutes for everyone to join, and then we'll start the session. Okay. So, just waiting for everyone to join right now, and then we'll start. So, still waiting for everyone to join, I think. Okay. I think no one has joined today. Hmm. Yes. Good evening, Raksha. I hope so.
Good evening.
Yes. Yes. Good
Good
evening.
evening, sir.
Good evening.
So today I haven't done your homework.
Okay.
Today we have a OT
OT means
overtime.
okay. Overtime. I thought it is
Yeah.
operation.
No, because the weather is not in good condition. No.
You're from Rajasthan, I think, Raksha?
Sorry. No, Dhanbad.
Dhanbad, Jharkhand.
Yes, Jharkhand.
Yes. So
Yeah.
how Dhanbad is actually, so for what it is famous?
Coal mines.
Coal mines. Okay.
Yes,
Because I've never been to Jharkhand. I think I don't know like what are the attraction of Jharkhand tourism, especially to say.
coal mines.
Okay.
Yes.
Because I think it is the east part of India. I think so. Jharkhand is I think so.
North.
North. Hmm. Because north, what I pretend is about Delhi, Punjab, Uttarakhand. Okay.
This is in north only it's showing.
Okay.
Jharkhand.
Fine. Great. So just waiting for a few minutes, Raksha, okay? And then we'll start, I think.
Yes, sir. So how is the weather in Indore?
Yeah, it's fantastic. It's actually Indore is such a
Right.
place where you would not have, you could say, flood first of all, no earthquakes, no actually chances of any
Ankit
storm
sir,
or something. It's the center of India, no? That's the reason.
sir, are
Okay.
you from Indore?
Yes, Rakesh.
So where in Indore? I mean, I am also from Madhya Pradesh, from Burhanpur. Is it hardly 180
In
kilometers
Burhanpur, yes, I know
from
that
Indore?
place. It's hardly very
Yeah.
nearby to Indore.
Yeah. Actually, sir, also I'm staying in Indore actually before the lockdown.
Okay. So you're working in Indore?
Yes, sir.
So Rakesh, is it your first class?
Yes.
Yes, because I saw you very first time in the class today.
Yeah. Actually, sir, I received the link. Actually, it's very late, and then I cleared today's to give me link first and all these things. That's why it's my first class.
Okay, fine. So Rakesh, have you joined 2 years program?
No, sir, post graduation in data
Okay,
science.
that is 11-month program.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think one of the subject is HRM. So Rakesh, just for your
Okay.
information, basically we have a classes from Monday to Friday.
Mhm.
Okay, and that as right now we are discussing HRM, and this is our session number 10, I think so. Yes. Okay, so we have done already 9 sessions previously for this particular subject. Okay, so you can just
Okay.
go to the YouTube channel of IIBM.
Mhm.
Okay, that is IIBM Institute of Business Management, where you will find all the
Yes.
recorded lecture of mine.
Okay.
Okay, and you can also share me your number as well, because daily basis I just provide some exercise, some case studies to everyone, and we have the broadcasting group with us. So definitely
Okay.
we share all the important information notifications to the students regarding my subject only.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Actually, this is the first time I get the link. That's
Yeah,
what it is.
and one more thing, Rakesh, because with the same link you have to join on daily basis. There is no change in that.
Yes, 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 sir. It's the same link.
Okay, so just note down my number. It's
Yeah.
on the screen. You can see right now.
Yeah, this one's 99.
99260 29096.
Yeah, sir.
Just note down this
Okay, sir.
number and just text me. So I'll also add you on the broadcasting group. So whatever further communication we have, it will be communicated to you via WhatsApp number.
Sir, is this the same WhatsApp number?
Yeah, is it on the WhatsApp as well? Yes.
Yeah, sure, sir. Is it okay if I am sending hi on WhatsApp?
Yeah, sure, definitely. You should. Because I'm just
Okay.
sharing I will share the case study at 7 o'clock. Okay, so that will be also received actually. That's the reason.
Oh, okay,
Fine.
sir.
I'll also share the syllabus
So,
with you, ebooks with you. Okay.
okay.
Yeah.
So, sir, I am applicable to stay on this topic for situation as per situation because I did not receive the previous
No, that's the reason, Rakesh,
case
I'm just
study.
telling you, because we have already only completed 3 to 4 topics for this particular subject as of now. So this is topic,
Hmm.
very simple topic we're discussing right now. Just attend the classes and just simultaneously you just go through the previous recorded lecture for HRM only.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so that would be far better. In case if you have any query, you can just ping me. Fine.
Fine, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Pleasure of this.
Hello.
Yes, Vinita.
Yes, sir. I am not join ये broadcast group में sir.
Vinita, I think, is it your first class?
No, sir.
Okay, so I think, have you ever texted me on my WhatsApp?
Yeah, sir. Yeah.
What's the last visit?
1006.
1006. No, there is no number actually related to 1006. To whom you have texted, I think. Is it on my number?
Yeah, sir.
Uh, no, Vinita, actually. I didn't have your number.
Okay.
Okay. So just text me. So might be I'll also add you in that.
Text message. Text message. Yeah.
No,
या
no,
फिर
WhatsApp, please. WhatsApp.
text message, sir.
WhatsApp, please. WhatsApp.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyone else, I think? Those who are new today? Fine. I think we should start the class now. Everyone. Rakesh and Benita, please kindly mute yourself so that we can start the session now. We have only 13 today. I don't know why. Okay, student, perfect. So I think, as you remember, in the last session, I think we have started with recruitment part. And in the last session, we have also discussed one case study of job analysis. Okay. Today, the first half will try to cover up the exercise of recruitment, the remaining topic of recruitment. If possible, we'll discuss with selection part as well. Okay. Now, when we, I think, let me have a quick revision what we have done in the previous classes. We have discussed about this recruitment part, the definitions, the purpose, the strategic planning regarding recruitments, the internal external factors we have also covered up, I think so. The recruitment policies we have also discussed. Source of recruitment, I think we have also completed. Yes, students, please kindly confirm. Source of recruitment. The internal sources, external sources. I hope so we are done with this. Students, please kindly confirm. I think we have completed from some other slides might be. Okay, this was a slide, I think so. 1 minute. Yeah, this was a slide actually, which we have completed. Yeah, this is the purpose. Then we discussed factor, external internal factor, recruitment process we have completed. Sources we have completed, source 1 and source 2. Evaluation we are done. Yes, so I think we have completed the theoretical concept of this recruitment part. Okay, now the part which is left, that is called the internet recruitment methods. Okay, shall we start? I think, students, is there any doubt to anyone? I think we have done from the other PPTs this internal external sources. Sure, everyone. Hanji.
Yes, sir.
Sure. Yeah. So first of all, like when we're discussing about the sources of recruitment, that the first one is called job board and second one is called employer websites. Now, when we discuss about job board, nothing but a physical, you could say, a sticking of all the job which is being, you could say, provided by the particular company. And second one is all about the employer websites. Okay, through website, definitely you may get to know about the career part, and under career you may find the different job opportunities which the company is providing in the market. Okay. Now there are other, if we talk about the options, that is called the external recruitment method. Then the first one is called about newspaper advertisements. Okay. And newspaper advertisement is always based on ADA model. Okay. That ADA stands for attention, interest, desire, and action. I think in the marketing, when we're discussing about the subject of marketing, we have already completed this ADA model. If you remember, that is attention, interest, desire, and action. Okay. What is ADA model? Anyone in the class? I think we have already discussed in the previous sessions. Because whenever we talk about any purchasing process, these purchasing process always passes through this ADA model only. Because like, for example, but like being a very sports active person, I always, whenever I read the newspaper, I always open the second last or third last page of my newspaper from Times of India and Dainik Bhaskar. Okay, this is the attention which I want, because I always want to know the information regarding the sports arena, regarding the sports activity, and according to that, definitely I will the interest would develop in terms of reading, desire to purchase something, and action. Similarly, like for example, if there's an advertisement of Big Bazaar on a particular day, that mahine ke saste 5 din, okay, that will create your attention on a particular day. Similar to that, the recruitment, when we discuss about, like, because there are various people, those who have different desires when it's come to, you could say, option through which they go through, because some are actually looking for some government jobs, some are looking for some private jobs, some academic job, industrial job. So we have a particular page available on that where the recruitments, the agencies always, you could say, publish their advertisements on the basis of ADA model only. Because as per the content given in the newspaper, the attention of the prospective employee would be basically generated. The interest may be shown. They either will mail you or will talk to you directly on the given, you could say, numbers. They will desire to, and definitely there would be some action which would be the following process. So whenever we discuss about the external recruitment method, the ADA model is the most important part when we talk about the newspaper advertisements. Second one, we have magazines as well. It's again a very important concept in the terms of external recruitment method. Okay, similar to newspapers only. Radio and television. Radio, I think you might have like, definitely we have different FM available nowadays. Okay, but FM or with the television, definitely we have certain recruitment methods or recruitment process they may generate as well, depends on the client requirement. Then we have educational institute. Okay, students, I think please, it's very simple topic. The external recruitment methods through the colleges, through universities, you may hire. Then we have recruiting agencies. There are certain, you could say, agencies, brokers. We talk about the consultancies, those who are providing these services to the employers. Then we have headhunting. What is headhunting? I think it's a very important and very beautiful term when we describe this HR. And first of all, like let me discuss one thing. Today is the HR day actually. Okay, so today is Human Resource Day. So we are discussing this topic of HRM only. That's the reason today is International Human Resource Day. Okay, so all the HR, if they are available in the class, happy HR Day to everyone. Hanji, so let's move to head hunting now. Yeah, please, anyone. What is head hunting? Anytime have you heard this particular term? What is head hunter? You can see the image as well. With that, you can understand.
So no idea.
Okay, fine. See, when we discuss about head hunting, you can see the image as well right now. It is basically a process. I think yesterday even Mr. Anuj, I think, were discussing the same concept. Mr. Anuj is not there. Yes. So we are discussing the same concept actually regarding the whenever we need to fill the senior most position of the company, we always need to publish the advertisement in such a manner, or we might actually go through with other sources, or because outsourcing someone from the external market or from the third party as well. So whenever we need to fill the senior most position of the company, and we are selecting a particular guy, or we are migrating a particular person from other company, or from discarded individuals, retired personnel, experienced individual from the markets, means we are picking it from the market. That is called head hunting process. Okay, that is again the external recruitment method actually. Okay, for example, for my college or for my industry, I just need to appoint one director, and I definitely have various sources for that. So definitely any third party, any external individuals, or any consultancy, or anyone, those who are helping the company in order to fill those positions. Those position means only limited position we can say, because topmost positions are very limited. So in order to fill that position of director, definitely the process is called your head hunting. Clear, I think, everyone?
So it's just the highly qualified, pulling the highly qualified employee.
Definitely, yes. Because it is really important, because even I don't know what other industry, because I'm belong to the academics. Usually when we discuss about any college, the college is always known for their faculty base, the quality of faculty, their teaching pedagogy, their communication level, their way to explain a particular topic or whatever it could be. There are different, you could say, characteristic. On the basis of that, you always analyze, you always assess the level of the college. And definitely a college level improvement of the branding of the college is totally based on the base of your faculty in the institute. Okay, that is again, you could say, one of the part, because this actually works as the most important characteristic of any organization in this world. Clear? I think so.
Yes, sir.
Hanji, sure. Thank you. Let's move to the next part then. Walk-in interview, very common, I think so. I should move, I think, to the next slide. Then we have job fairs. Very simple, I think so, students. Job fairs.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Next one we have, next, I think, the internal, it is internal actually, internal recruiting methods. I think this is we have already completed in the other session. Okay. Let's move to the next part. Recruitment process we have also done. Yes, very important topic now. That is recruiting pyramid we have to discuss now. Okay. Now, when we discuss about the recruiting pyramid or recruiting yield pyramid, it is basically we are talking about the relationship between recruitment leads and invitees and interviews and offer made and offer accepted. Now, what exactly this is, I'll just show you the pyramid to you. What this pyramid indicates, I think it's very simple. Don't see the numbers actually. What this pyramid indicates, what this V factor or V shape is indicating in this particular process. Hanji. Is it basically how the company is generating the leads? You can see that the recruitment process, because whenever you are actually giving an advertisement for any job or something, definitely you will receive a lot of applications from the candidates. Okay, that would be, which is, let's suppose 1,000 application. Out of 1,000, definitely you will invite for interview or for next round. Definitely at least 20% might be. Okay, 30% might be, depends on your criteria of recruitment. Okay, out of 200, definitely you will take some written test. In written test, those who will get qualified, they will move to the interview process. Okay, out of the interview, definitely you will go for the rejection as well. Then you will give the offer to 100. Okay, out of 100, those who will accept or those who might reject the offer, those who might not be able to understand or maybe may not be accepting the company's terms and condition or policies. They might not be happy with the package with the company is offering, whatever it could be. There may be a number of reasons behind that. Okay, job location may be one of the reason as well. Out of that, definitely the individual, those who are left now, will be the new hire. And this is called basically recruiting yield pyramid. Always remember these. And this is basically association between these four terminologies. I hope so it is clear. Recruiting yield pyramid.
So there should be gap between the recruiting and yield. It is mixing up.
Yeah, sure, ma'am. I'm really sorry for that. Yeah, no, it's fine, I think so. Because I have just given the space, but I think it is not visible now. That's the reason. Okay, yeah. Haji, is it clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, sure. This is the same, I think, concept we have, recruiting evaluation. Out of 300, 100, out of 100, we have 50, 50 out of 25. Okay. So usually this is a standard actually ratio we are talking right now. 3:1, 2:1, and 2:1 in the case of, you could say, the final offer or high risk, we can say. Because we can actually, if all have accepted the offer, definitely all 50 would be recruited. Okay, so depends on the ratio, depends on the numbers on a particular day. According to that, this particular yield ratio, but the standard which is given on the screen usually being the standard followed in the organization. I hope so it is clear.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Now, as we can discussing about this particular recruiting yield pyramid, we have this four major evaluation criteria. Okay. Now, in the first part, we are talking right now that is about the quantity of applicants. As we discussed already, that whenever the company is giving any advertisements or whenever the company is actually offering a job in the organization, definitely we always need to understand about the number of you could say vacant positions which we have. Okay, and a particular you could say a recruitment may become, you could say, a success in the organization when we have at least the considerable number of applications received from the market. That is called quantity of application. I mean, there should be sufficient number of applications available so that we can evaluate, we can assess, and according to that we can move to the further process of the recruitment. Okay, then we have, I think, the quality of applicants. Now, when we discuss about the quality of applicant, it is all about like the locality or the geography where the company is basically situated, what qualification they are expecting, skill set, experience, knowledge, temperament. There's so many things, so many parameters. On the basis of that, you always actually assess an individual on the basis of quality as well. So assessment base would be quality. Yield ratio. Yield ratio is nothing but basically the conversion of the number of candidate from first stage till last stage, or first stage to next stage. Okay, like out of 1,000, we have selected only 500. Out of 500, we selected only 250. Out of 250, we have only hired only 100 people. So conversion of or one you could say stage to other stage, or conversion of first stage to the last stage. What is the yield? Means the total number of applications received and actual number of hiring in the company. That may be one yield ratio, because there would be any comparison, okay, that we can actually conclude. Depends on the number of stages of hiring which the company is looking after. Okay. Next one we have evaluating recruitment cost and benefits. Now cost and benefit, nothing but basically cost of recruitment, because definitely whenever we are initiating any recruitment I could say drive, that recruitment drive basically consists of a lot of expenses in terms of advertisements, recruiters salary, their travel expenses, any I could say consultancy expenses or their fee, then a commission which we need to pay, and all the charges. I think because when we'll hire a hotel, you will actually complete a recruitment drive, food expenses, whatever. So these all you could say component will come under evaluation of the recruitment cost and benefits, whether the drive is successful or not, which would be based on the comparison between these parameters or factors. Clear, I think, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. This we have already completed. So I'm not going to discuss right now. See, actually, we have already covered up this particular topic from the other PPTs. Actually, when we discuss about the recruitment process, the first is HR planning. That HR must need to plan about the right time of recruitment, right place for recruitment, right number of people, and economically most useful. Means the cost of the recruitment should be as minimum as possible. Then identify the HR requirements or job vacancies, what exactly the HR is looking after, for which particular job profile they are looking for the prospective candidates from the market. Then we have job description and job specification. I think we have already covered up this topic in the previous session. Okay, duties and responsibility, type of personnel you needed, okay, for what designation you are looking after, everything would be mentioned under job description and job specification. Decision to recruit, it totally based on the panel members. Okay, panel member or HR manager of the company. Choose the resources and method of recruitment. We discussed already internal recruitment method and external recruitment method in the previous sessions. Next one, we have implement the recruitment program, because once you have decided that what should be your recruitment process, you will implement it, and the candidates and the clients would appear for definitely recruitment drive. Evaluate recruitment program on the basis of cost benefit, on the basis of other factors, on the basis of success rate, where the company has actually hired the desired number of candidates which they were looking after from that recruitment drive. Now, next topic, we have constraints on recruitments. Okay. Now, when we discuss about not the constraint, we can say what are the major challenges we faces like when we talk about the recruitments. Okay. The first and foremost thing is about the image of the company. Now, image of the company is basically is all about how the company is basically positioned in comparison with the competitors. Okay. For example, as of now, if I talk about myself, if I'm working in one of the college in Indore, and I'm getting very good offer from IIM Indore. So if I need to compare whether I have to go for IIM or I have to go for, you could say, any other college in Indore, definitely choice would be the IIM, because the branding and the positioning of IIM in the world, or even in India, if we talk about, is very extensive, first of all, and very differentiated as well. Okay. I hope so. Image of the company is plays very crucial role in recruitment drive. Student, am I audible? I think so. Is it clear? I think all the topics now.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much. Otherwise, actually, because you people don't react, definitely I thought that I'm just teaching to my laptop. Okay. Second point, please. Attractiveness of the job. Okay. Now, attractiveness is basically is all about like depends on the benefits and the features or growth prospect which the company is setting for imagination to their employees or to their prospective candidate, we can say. Because attractiveness basically is all about you always need to plan your recruitment drive in such a manner so that a person always must feel comfortable. He must have actually the opportunity for personal growth, career growth, educational growth, knowledge, skill set, technical upgradation. So many things are there because these are the parameters which always actually guides you. We always actually enforce you and route you towards that particular recruitment drive. Okay, so that maybe you could say one of the constraint if the attractiveness job is not there. Definitely the number of job application might not be qualitative. Okay, internal organization policy, it's very common actually what type of, you could say, HR policy we have internally in the company for recruitment, and recruitment cost is one of the most important factor in recruitment process. Any doubt, any inputs? I hope so it is clear.
Sir, internal organization policy once more.
Yeah, sure. I'll
explain.
in detail actually, because when we discuss about the internal organization policy, because sometimes what happens, let's suppose if you are joining a particular company and everything was very fantastic till the recruitment, you got an offer, you accepted the offer, and you have a joining from the first of any month. Okay, once you join the company, definitely the difference between expectation and reality, there would be, you could say, deviation or dispersion may be possible. Okay, in such a cases, internal organization policy is associated with the communication you could say between two departments, about the culture of the company, about the promotional schemes, about the, you could say, the constructive growth approach. Okay, okay, so there's a basic, you could say, internal policy which you always get to know once you actually work on the floor or you work on the grounds in the company, because somehow the cosmetic features may
Hello.
be very different for a company. Yes. Chandrabhushan, in doubt? Student, I have a humble request. Please kindly don't unmute in between. It creates a lot of disturbance actually. Chandrabhushan, I think you have initiated this query actually. That's the reason I'm asking you.
Hello, am I audible?
Yeah, audible now.
Okay, sir. Actually, I'm checking that there is a network issue in my here, na.
Okay. So I hope you
it's
heard actually what I've explained about this third point.
Sorry, sir. For that, I may again call you.
Okay. Shall I explain it again?
Yes, sir. Please.
Yeah, sure. See, when we discuss about internal organizational policies, we are talking about the ground reality in the company. Okay. Now, these ground reality may be the operational aspects of the organization. Okay. Now, basically, like that, the policy of the company, when we discuss about in terms of promotion, in terms of, you could say, the culture, in terms of the you could say the working communication, or the communication between the two departments. Okay, the reward system we can also consider. Okay, the decision making power, authority, and you could say a structure in the organization, the governance of the company we can consider. I think these are the major points, I think, when we discuss about.
Can I say something?
Yeah, sure, Mr. Anuj, please.
This is the internal department requirement. The internal organization policy depend on the internal department requirement. If the department need the recruitment, then definitely organization will recruit. If no need, then not recruit.
Yes.
Depending on the decision of the internal department.
Yeah, it is basically somehow more associated with the authorities, more associated with the conflicts as well, the security of the existing employee. Okay, there are so many reasons actually we can consider when it comes to internal organization policy.
Yes, sir.
Because sometimes what happens, let's suppose, like if I'm working in the institute and being a young faculty, might be it's a threat for the faculty, those who are existing in the company. Okay, so that is again, you could say, one of the resistance which they always create when it's come to hiring a new individual.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Chandrabhushan, clear, I hope so.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, it's clear now.
Yeah.
Actually, it's work after joining of the candidate.
Yeah.
No, sir.
Joining after and before both actually.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, because see,
Because we have to discuss the policy to,
yes, yes. For example, let's suppose
because the
if I'm
policy has
working
to
in,
describe the candidate also.
yes, yes. Let's suppose for example, if I'm working in an organization and I am like one of the very you could say experienced employee in the company, and definitely the company is looking for the same parallel position, and company is looking for some, you could say, young blood, some new you could say fresh faces in the organization. Now, once that fresh faces will come, definitely the energy level, the efficiency level will be very different. That may become threat for the existing one. Okay, so they might resist that there is no requirement in the company. Okay, or they might not actually give even the company the numbers of, you could say, candidate which we required in the organization. The one of the example I'm just talking right now.
Okay, sir. Okay.
I hope so. So it is pre and post.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, okay. It's clear, sir. It's clear.
Thank you so much. Haji, shall we move, I think, to the next slide? I think now we are done with recruitment actually. Now we have to start selection, but selection I will not start today because I have to cover up so many things actually in the class. So first of all, I am just going through with the exercise of this recruitment first. Then I think I have given you 2 exercise. Okay, that we'll discuss in one case study. Okay, so that this is a point which are left for this particular class. So let me open the exercise first. That will complete. Then we'll go to the questions, work assignment I have given you for the class. And I think I've already only received very few inputs from the candidates. Okay, I am expecting that everyone must participate, please. Just a minute, okay, student. I'm just sharing that.
It's on WhatsApp or discussion in class?
See, one question was you need to give in writing, and the second, which I sent you in afternoon, it was the discussion in the class.
I think both in the discussion in the class. That's why I'm not writing anything.
Okay. No, so actually I read each and every inputs, whatever is being provided by the students. And I want everyone to actually write down all the question, all situation, whenever I just post anything on the WhatsApp. Okay, so next time, please kindly remember.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Because see, if I'm going very static in my approach of teaching, definitely it won't give you any qualitative input in your knowledge base. Okay. So that I don't want at all. I want things should be more interactive in the classes. Okay, fine, students. So let's move to the first exercise. That is 4 MCQs we have. I hope so it is clearly visible, might be. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. These are the 4 MCQs for recruitment, and then we have true and false. Yeah, please. Go ahead. 3 to 4 minutes of time, please. Be ready with your answers as well. Okay, bye. Hanji, done?
Yes.
Yes, students. So what about the first answer? The best way of recruiting is always walk-ins, advertisements, search firms, variables, or referrals.
The second one,
Advertisement, sir.
Oh,
site, because it is a mass,
Uh, uh,
mass, mass information circulated.
Sir, I think it's depend on situation.
yes,
If
yes.
there is there is too much vacancy, then we can go for walk-in, and there is an few vacancy, then we can go for advertisement.
Hmm.
Or if the post is on there is not such an higher post, then we also go for referral.
Yes,
So
very
it's
good.
based on the situation we can choose which one is the best.
What should be the right answer?
Mm,
Walk-ins.
advertisement.
No, no, actually the fourth point is given, variable. Variable means which vary as per situation, like how the Chandrabhushan was explaining this point. Because it depends on the situation, it vary from time to time, position to position, profile to profile. Okay, that is always variable in nature. So recruitment is not a static process, it's a variable process actually.
So,
Fine.
but even for one post or two posts also, there is an advertisement in the newspapers.
No, ma'am, it is not always. It is not always.
But in government sector, I have seen, sir.
No, no, actually the statement actually signifies over here that best way of recruiting is always variable, because somehow you need to work according to the requirement in the company. And like, for example, let us suppose during this pandemic, if the company have to hire the people, definitely there would be some different way how the company will recruit.
It's correct, sir. It's correct. Variable.
Okay, so it is variable. Miss Poonam, I think so. Is it clear to you now? Everyone, I think ready, agree with my answer?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much. Second question. The most common constraints on recruiting include all, but.
Government policies.
Okay. Haji. Most common constraints on recruiting, challenges,
Image of form.
image of a firm.
Budgetary support.
No, actually, we need to find odd one out actually.
Organization
Recently,
policy, sir. Fourth one.
No,
Government policies.
no, Raksha. No, Rakshani, I think it is, who has given the answer? No.
Organization policies, because if the organization needs for any employees, then it will.
No. Second one, sir. Second one, I think so.
I have already said second one.
Sir, it's
They are
budgetary
asking the
support.
budget of the company.
Budgetary support. Okay. See, I think I have a very humble request with everyone for their future. Like whenever we read something, okay, always read it properly. Okay, we have to find out the odd one out. The most common constraints on recruiting include all, but which one not?
Interviewing.
Yes. Okay, because somehow we have recently we discussed about image of the company, budgetary support, organizational policies, government policy. These all may be the constant to you, which is maybe controllable, maybe uncontrollable. But interview is basically not a constraint for you.
I think image, no?
No, sir. Third is the answer. Interviewing.
Interviewing.
So please read the question properly. The most common constant on recruiting include all, but which one not? It is odd one out actually.
Question understanding is.
No, sir. Actually, what I personally will tell you, because I have only had the 10 years of experience of teaching, but
Yeah.
what problem I face, because like you people are very, very intelligent and experienced to me, actually, personally, frankly speaking. But
No, sir. No, sir. No, no.
no, no, sir. When it comes to reading, I'm not talking in the context of academics. But like even like for example, if I'm reading a newspaper, rumors actually we're talking right now, the fake news we're talking right now, the people always believe because they won't read the complete, you could say, profile about the news or complete depth of the news or complete depth of the particular topic. So
Yes,
half
sir. Right.
understanding is always dangerous. So I have humble request to all my students that please read everything very, very properly. And
Deeply
understand-
and properly.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay,
Okay,
sir.
no worries at all. Third point, please. Primary source of information for recruiting is.
Fourth one, interviews with applicants.
Okay.
Job analysis.
Job analysis.
Job analysis, yes.
Job analysis.
Yeah, this is a major definition I think we discussed in job analysis, that the main source of getting the information regarding your description, specification, rotation, enrichment, everything will come under job analysis. Okay. Chandrabhushan, I think. Clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. Even nowadays, what happened actually, I can recognize the voice as well of the student, those who are, you could say, very active in my classes. Second, last point, please. A good source of hiring technical staff would be. Chandrabhushan, please don't annotate anything on the screen.
Fourth one.
Professional.
By mistaken, it was happened. By mistaken.
Yeah,
I
no.
think 550.
Hanji. Hiring technical staff. Hanji. Private search firm, vocational schools, employment. Yes, pardon?
Yes. For professional association.
Association. Is it correct?
Liable farm.
Employment exchange.
I think all the options we have covered up actually. Okay, what is this vocational? Because answer is second actually. Vocational. What is vocational schools? The purpose of vocational schools?
Technical training school.
Yes, it is technical training. Okay, because vocational education is more focused toward the upgradation of the technical skills, and these vocational trainings is basically more about the secondary education provided to the candidate or the people of that locality or the country. Okay, so that is the basic purpose of vocational schools.
Sir, excuse me.
Yeah, please, Rahul.
Sir, first and second answer, please. Because there is some network issue. So first, the best way of recruiting is always the correct answer is.
The first one is variable.
Okay, and then second.
Is interviewing.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Rahul. I hope so. This all 4 points are clear.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
Let's go to the last exercise, that is true false. Because this exercise actually reflects me that how good or what up to what extent I have explained you properly. Because the answers are not correct, definitely I have to think about it, that whether things are going right or not. Yes.
No, sir. No, sir.
Yes. Okay, students. So let's move to the true false now. If true, why? If false, why? Please take 5 minutes of time and then we'll start. Please be ready with your answers. Okay. And I hope so all your query have been resolved now regarding that issues you are facing with the college.
No, sir, mine not yet resolved.
Have you mailed them?
Yes, sir, I have emailed them. Even I have WhatsApp them also. But she told me, this Miss Mohini, she told me to contact the person who mailed you. So I emailed her back. Even in the WhatsApp also, she didn't reply.
Okay, fine. Are you done, everyone? Shall we start?
Okay, sir.
Perfect. The first one is the recruiting process begins with HRP and conclude with evaluation of recruiting efforts.
Wrong.
Is it false?
Is it true?
False.
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 Why false?
Because it
True.
will, as somebody told, that it should start from like department. Like department should first tell what are their vacancies. Then it will go to HR. Then HR will process.
But I think, is it the part of HRP only? Don't you think so?
It's true.
Yeah, it's true. Because always like HRP, I think this is the second topic of the syllabus. The HRP includes all the, you could say, proportion when it's come to and assessing the demand, supply, assessing the requirements for the future projects. Everything comes under HRP only.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So this is true. Okay.
Yes.
I hope so it is clear.
Sir, can sir second part please conclude with evaluation of recruitment offer?
Yeah, definitely, because in the previous slide itself, when we're discussing about recruitment, second last slide might be, I think so. We have discussed about, because the end moment is all about the cost and benefit analysis. Okay, whether the cost is the company initiated or incurred in order to, you could say, hire the desired or expected candidates, whether you have received, whether you have your efforts pays off or not, that is about your evaluation. It is a true statement.
So just would you be also sharing the statutory requirement for setting up an HR? Let's say if I have a small organization for about 100 people or 200 people, what all statutory requirements do I need to have, like, setting up PPF requirements, having HRM or muster, which is a register, which is to all that basic requirement, a list of basics of 100 100 people company or 200 people company, will that be I mean if that is required, I'm not too sure, like any other business would have people in HRM, they would have some government requirements, but not too sure if I have, let's say I have a small business of about 50 people, would I require to have certain government requirements which are like muster, the HRM setup, and have like basic licenses, the
ESI,
ESIPF, all that.
PF, then form, I think taxation authority contact, because definitely you are giving you could say the taxation form.
Yes, financially. So I have a CA who is helping me to set it up in terms of the employee income tax, portfolio, and I mean it's online basically. So whatever taxes that I accrue, I have it for my team. I pay to the government, so that I have. But similarly, there are multiple other areas also, which I'm not too sure. Tomorrow, if I grow to 100 people, I'm not too sure whether I require it or not.
Okay.
Sir, it is the criteria for the company. How big company? Because if you have the limited people, then this goes on the private sector. small scale, then some limitation is there, and government needs some details only, and also give us some facility to the small scale company.
Yeah, very true. So MSME comes under the same. And if you have an employee strength of about 10 to 20, there is certain criteria. But then there are must have some, statutory requirements to run a company.
If you want to increase the employee, na, sir, then you must be gone the some document with the discuss with the government criteria, because in the you need some companies define private sector, limited sector, and the multinational group. Yeah, sorry, cooperative group, then multinational group. Then different area is there, and different.
True. No, see, I'll tell you, either they are proprietorship, either you are a limited liability, or you have a private limited company. So every three different aspect would have different norms and requirements in terms of the government rules.
Definitely, norms and requirement from the government is different. First you brief your company employees to the government how you need, कि आप कितने एम्प्लॉय को आप रिक्वायर्ड करते हो, मतलब कितने आदमी आपको चाहिए, उसके हिसाब से आप brief करेंगे.
Because what exactly I know, I don't know exactly what the legality is all about, but what as per my knowledge as of now, I'm talking right now, because like as I was discussing Diljit with you regarding this, you could say, because it depends on the type of company, size of the company as well. Okay, like for example,
yes.
Yeah. So basically, the basic requirement, what I know is about the insurance, is about the minimum wages, you could say, act which you need to follow. Okay. Regarding we can discuss about their salary and association with the taxation. I think with that part we have considered. Then I think we can consider
ESI, sir. ESI is also after
ESI is there. Employee stock insurance. EPF is also there, definitely.
Yes.
Along with that, like if you let us go, for example, if your company belongs to any, you could say, maybe you could say prone to hazard, actually, or prone to accident. So you may have to go for certain prevention and control department as well, about inspection as well. So that may come under that. Okay. If you are
under hazard tax, it should be
pollution level, pollution control department. Yes. There's so many things, because this is the yes.
Very true, sir. Very true. As
you
per
have to record
your
a registration under.
Yes. Please continue.
It is also required to require a registration under SNE or in Factory Act. If the company is in factory, then it is required to register under Factory Act, and if it is in shops and establishment, then it is required to register under Factory Act. And if you are hired as contract labor, then it's depend on the how many contract labor you are hired. It is vary on state to state. In some state this is 5. If you hire 5 contract labor, then you have to register your company under CLRA Act, Contract Labor and Regulation Act, and there is so many other license also required, like pollution, just like sir also told, pollution and
definitely, sir, definitely.
Underground water, hazardous and
no, that is for company. Sorry, that is for setting up a factory, particularly for anything which is hazardous, or let's say shops and establishment is a different. No, that's a different requirement.
Shops and establishment also required.
Required. No, I got it. Once you have shops and true. So once you have shops and establishment requirement, which is of course has its own requirements, which are the water, the trade licenses, the setup, all that NOC from the police, from whatever, medical officers and all XYZ factors. Plus, there are PF which needs to be, as I understand, ESI needs to be registered by the company. Sir, as sir said just now, a minimum wage act, which definitely, I mean, as per the city, we're paying more. But to have an act, I was not too sure where to get it from. So I will definitely check those.
No, I think Diljit, that you can find from the Companies Act actually, the recent
Certainly.
Companies Amendment Act actually, because it is a very vast actually topic which we are discussing right now.
True,
And
true.
as per the standing of the company in the market, whether you belong to what category under government purview. So I think that would be far better that if you'll open, because this is a legal aspect you're talking right now actually. Okay. So I think you just open the Companies Act. I think if you want, I can share, because there are few friends those who deals with this particular legal terms. So if I'll get to know any information, I'll share with you where exactly you can find.
So I just need a list of basic, important, requirements as per the norm, so that tomorrow I am completely on the, I'm not breaching any kind of,
Yes.
government legal terms and
Actually,
conditions.
actually, what you want to open, it is through under shops and establishment or through Factory Act.
No, shops and establishment. Now for HR, I have the
Okay, okay.
license, I have everything to run the shop. So I also have people who are working under me. So I pay some of them as a what do you call the individual like a part-time which comes under the performers and casual or freelancer sort of payment. And there are a few people who are completely on a payroll. So I do not have a systematic payroll. So what I have is a muster, which has been asked by the department to have a certain register and how much amount of money that you're paying to your staff. So that's what I have.
Okay, then you have find the registered in Payment of Wages Act and Minimum
Yeah.
Wages Act. What type of register you have to maintain?
Yeah, so I just need whatever XYZ things I need to have, like
They need an employee strength, I think so.
Yeah, I have an employee strength of about 23 plus. Then I have what do you call people who are on freelance.
Then don't worry,
Okay,
actually, I'll
on
just help
your
you out
payroll.
with this. Okay, the exact information.
All right, so just need a basic guidelines on that.
Yes,
That's all right.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, this I noted on my diary actually. I think the previous part, I think you talked about mapping actually. Now I think that is clear because I've already shared one document with you for that.
Yes, I got that. It's pretty interesting to read. I mean, I have not completed that, but it is nice to see. I mean, it's a good information to map the competencies.
Actually, we have very good around 400 plus faculty throughout the world. So whenever we have any requirement, so I just posted already in that group. So once I get the information from the legal or those experts in that group, so I'll definitely share it with you as well. And I think Mr. Anuj, I'm really sorry I didn't share that FM notes yet. Today, definitely I'll do that.
No issue, sir. No issue. When you free, then please share me, because
Sir, I've also noted down because I just clicked actually because you have told me to share that FM notes as well.
Please share it with us also, sir. It'll be nice. Thank you.
Sure, I'll share with everyone. No worries. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, after the class itself, I'll share. Fine. Student, I think we were diverting from a topic. Actually, I have to complete that.
Second question. Going for the second question. Huh?
Yeah, recruitment is merely a vacancy filling function. Is it true or false? Is it definitely a false?
False or false?
Yes,
I think so.
Then employment exchange are important source of clerical and managerial personnel.
Employment exchange. Yes, it's true, sir.
True. Why?
Sir, because of sometimes the employee is not available in the market also. Correct employee.
Okay.
Because of that, employment exchange is need on that time.
So it is false, but actually, because I think if you remember, as we discussed, right? It's false.
Yes, sir, false. Because it is for when we hired a person for abroad, we exchange our, for example, if Amity is situated in India,
yes,
and another branch is situated in abroad country, and this faculty is sent to abroad. This is called an employment exchange.
Understand. But if the condition, if not available the employee, then what?
No, sir. Actually, sorry to interrupt in between. because when we discuss about this employment exchange, it is most of the time it is sponsored, actually sponsored, I think, with the help of government, with the help of, we could say, for a very short period of time, and we are just actually exchanging, or we are initiating this particular process only for usually like as we discussed in the case the last time, it is not only for, we can say, for foreign or for abroad, but whenever we discuss about this employment exchange, okay, it is not only basically related to the clerical and manager, it is only for the temporary purpose.
It's true. Now it's true.
Okay.
Now this is okay. Because of that, statement is false.
Yeah, because Chandrabhushan, it is not only for abroad actually, because employment exchange is basically maybe
Okay.
domestic as well. Okay.
Actually,
Okay.
okay, sir. Okay.
So like, for example, if I'm working with a college in Indore, having a branch in Mumbai as well. So if I'm working for 3 months over there just to manage certain examination activity or certain thing, that may come under employment.
It is temporary employee. It
Okay,
is
sir.
temporary, not a permanent. Okay, sir.
I hope so. I have been the right explanation.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Right.
Next one, please.
Right, sir. Clear.
If a job opening to be filled is very attractive, most prospective candidates may turn indifferent and do not even apply.
False.
Yeah, it
False.
is completely false.
False, sir.
Fifth point, please. In practice, recruitment methods seem to vary according to job level and skills.
True, sir.
True.
True.
Means my hard work pays off for 2 questions. Sixth question now. The basic purpose of recruiting is to develop a group of potentially qualified people.
True, sir.
True.
False. False.
True.
Yeah, who says false, please?
I think higher, na, sir.
No.
Sir, higher, na.
Yes, as you can see, the
The basic purpose of recruiting is to hire.
No. Actually, this statement is
Hello.
absolutely correct.
Develop a group, potential qualified people. Huh?
Yes. Fine. Next one, please. Government policy often comes in the way of recruiting people.
True, sir.
Yes, definitely true.
True,
You
very
need
true.
to adhere with the government norms. Okay. Modern employee look for a satisfying career in place of just a
True,
job.
sir. True.
True.
This is true.
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 Next. A search firm is a government agency that maintain a computerized list of qualified applicants.
Sir, depend. False.
It's false, sir.
Yeah.
False.
Already manually
Anyone who
listed.
is true? Anyone who is claiming? No? Fine. Hiring costs could go up substantially when a firm hires candidates from within.
False.
Yeah,
False.
very less in that case. It is false. Last one, please. Temporary employees are those employees who are hired for a limited time to perform a specific job.
True, sir.
True, sir.
True.
True.
Okay. So now we are done with completion of the recruitment. We are done with the exercise as well. The case study of recruitment is pending. Okay, but that is we will not discuss today. First of all, I think I need a short break of 10 minutes. Okay, and then I'll just go through with the questions first, and then I'll go to the case study of job design. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Today's session would be an extended one, so I think we'll get back to you at 7:20 now. Fine.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Thank you so much. Everyone, please kindly mute yourself. Yeah, thank you so much.
हमारा साउंड खराब है।
आ गया सर।
अब हेलो,
मेरी आवाज आ रही है?
अब आइए।
शुक्र है कन्हैया का। क्या बोल रहे थे, बोलो।
किससे क्या बोला अभी ये बताओ।
किससे क्या बोला?
चुप रहें, कन्हैया का।
नहीं नहीं, ये बोला शुक्र है कन्हैया का।
अच्छा, सही बोल रही हो, मुझे भी ऐसा लग रहा है।
कहाँ गए थे? रोली कहाँ गए थे? ऐसे
ब्रेकअप होना आ रहा था बहुत दिन से भाई, कहाँ है
तो ऐसे कोरोना में दोस्त के पास।
आना पड़ता है पूरा।
हो सही है, सही है। ठीक है तो बैठ जाओ। किसके साथ बैठे हो?
क्लास का क्या रहता है?
अरे दद्दा ऑनलाइन क्लास रहती है, उसमें 10 मिनट का भी ब्रेक है, ठीक है। और वैसे भी जूम ऐप पर रहती है, तो कई बार क्या
ब्रेक
होता
का
है, ब्रेक है, सुनो तो मेरी बात तो सुनो, फर्स्टली मेरी बात तो सुनो, मैं क्या बोल रही हूँ।
Yes, friend, we should start now, I think.
Yes, sir.
Perfect. So, 1 minute. Hanji. So, I think the two exercises I have shared with you, okay. If you remember, I have received a few inputs. We'll discuss both the questions one by one. Okay. So first of all, the employees should have jobs that give them autonomy and diversity. Develop an argument in favor of this statement and then build an argument against this statement. I think this is the work which I have given it to you. I have received a few responses. Okay, what would be the pros and cons of giving autonomy in the organization, first of all? Rahul, I think there are some issue with your network connection, I think so. We could not be able to hear you properly. Yes, so I think, yeah, I need response from your side, please. Because when it comes to autonomy, means you are giving a free hand to a person to take decision making in the company. And diversity, we are talking right now, that how a different way, different mode, different work culture, different work system we are talk about, or different challenges we talk about, that may be actually available in the organization. Okay, that is diversity. So definitely, when we're discussing about the argument in the favor, the autonomy and the diversity is the most important part, just to build the trust of an individual, so that he may actually work openly, he may work freely, and he may actually have an opportunity to innovate in the company. He may actually work, you could say, through communication channel, which may be reached directly to top management in case of any grievances. So all these points will come under favoring these arguments. Any other input, please, regarding this question? Hanji. Hanji. Any input, please, from your end? I hope so. Am I
So the
clear?
goals and objectives are clearly defined for the person.
Okay. The
And,
argument paper you're talking right now. Okay.
And second is the focus on hiring talent with character.
Okay.
And the person, he has to work within boundaries. Not he can't. He or she cannot go outside the boundaries which the company has set.
Is it a positive remark on this argument?
You say it in positive sense. So
Okay.
against it will be he or she will go out of the boundaries.
Yeah, definitely. He may misuse the responsibility. He may misuse the grant or the power
Yes,
that
sir,
we
yes,
have
sir, yes,
received.
sir.
Okay. Okay. What else?
So in diversity,
Decision making is faster.
Okay.
Decision making is faster.
Mm-hmm.
He himself tackle in each situation.
Okay. And maybe basically
Cons is that he
Please continue.
cons is that he can authoritative. He can misuse their power, and sometimes he himself asks any employee to go outside without any good reason, without any investigation of the incident, which leads to an legal issue also.
Definitely, definitely. And even sometimes, like when we discuss about the diversity and in the cons of that, the person maybe you could say more selfish when it's come to fulfilling their desired and their result. So he might actually follow some ethical practices in the company when it's come to diversity, because he has the right and power to do so. So he may misuse all such you could say obligations towards the company. He may think more about himself as compared to the goal of an organization. Hanji, clear?
In case of diversity, so the person may use creativity and thinking, or lead to any innovation, because there are diverse group of people there, diverse group of thinking is there.
Yes, yes, very good. Okay, I think this is the only inputs I think we have for that question. Okay, that is sufficient to discuss. The second, I think I have just given it to you. But if you are responsible for hiring someone for your job, which recruitment resources would you use and why? And which recruitment sources would you avoid and why? Very simple question, actually. Hanji.
So external and internal sources are there in pros. And for cons, we can say that online advertisements or any agencies which are not registered, or they are not mentioned in anywhere, or any
Ms. Poonam, we need to specify the industry as well. And we need to specify the mode of operations of that company as well. According to that, definitely these pros and cons would vary.
Okay, sir.
Okay, like for example, if you're talking on online teaching, okay, so online teaching, and when we talk about hiring an employee, hiring, you could say, attracting the prospective student from the market, would be definitely there would be different mode of communication, different mode through which the company may reach to the prospective individuals.
No, sir. So there are many online agencies which recruit person. They are demand for a money that I will hire you in if mainly in the case of foreign countries, for foreign countries. So they misuse you.
Yeah, might be possible, definitely. Okay, any other input, please, regarding this question?
For warehousing concept on hiring of ground staff, we definitely go for an walk-in interview, because through walk-in interview, majority bulk hiring can be done. And in warehousing, it's required some bulk hiring according to the situation. Where if there is a sale, we require suddenly a high peak of 200, 300 requirement. And for that, we go for an walk-in interview. It is best for the e-commerce companies.
Okay.
We not go for an advertising, because advertising is a lengthy process. First, we give an advertisement to an agencies, then he publish. If somebody read, then come. So it is a little lengthy process for that.
Yes, definitely, definitely. As I told you, I think it varies from not person to person, company to company, actually. And in such cases,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
we need to understand, like as we are displaying, for example, again the example I talked about, when there are depends on the industry and the merits, basically we need to select on what ground we want to select. First of all, is it cost effective? Is it, you could say, reliable? Is maybe satisfactory? Then we can talk about, you could say, any technical aspect. So there are so many criteria under which we may actually select or reject a particular source through which we may hire the individuals. Okay, because the question was actually you need to select an industry and then you need to give the example. With the example, you need to explain how exactly it will work. Okay. Fine, everyone.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, sure. So I think we should move to the case studies now. Case study we'll discuss very fast. It's very simple case study related to the previous topic. Hanji. Yes, friend, I hope so. Everyone received that case. I think let me open that if you want as well on my screen.
Sir, I am unable to open on WhatsApp. Can you please?
Yeah, definitely.
Open
I'm sharing. 1 minute, please.
Thanks.
Case studies HRM. So yesterday, I think we have discussed one case study regarding that job analysis in that financial firm. Same, I think one more example related to financial industry only. We are taking the the case study on job design. Okay, let me share my screen. I think so. Yeah, it would be visible. I think so, everyone. That is Goodart Financial Services. Okay, they're giving you 10 minutes of time. Okay. Because definitely this case study is more, you need to give the answers, you need to write the answers actually, okay, because it's a case study not very simple. But in this case, as per the current situation which is given in this particular case study, you need to write down the answers by your own. Okay, regarding the question, you can see that you have been attained by the Mr. Bhatti to determine whose responsibility it will be gather the data and write the description and specification how the data will be gathered and how detailed description and specification should be. Mr. Bhatti is currently considering these job analysis issues, but has a number of questions about how it will affect the final result. So, like first question, it is given that what recommendation would you make to him regarding the most appropriate individual and methods to be used for data collection. Okay, what approach to the design of the job should be considered by you and why? Keeping in mind the recent trend in financial services companies design the job of different hierarchical level for at least 4 operational areas with supporting background information like job analysis and job description. This particular case study is basically more about a practical analysis. Okay, not a theoretical or descriptive analysis. Okay, I hope so, student. Everyone has read the case first of all. Because yes, shall I start? I think.
So in this case, the service mix is related to the services sector of marketing or what? So I am confused in this point.
Which point? Which paragraph?
The second paragraph, the service mix. The service mix is the services of marketing or any other?
No. Service mix, services of the company, Good Earth company. Because definitely, as you can see that if they want to grow their business from 6 lakh to 6 crore, they
Yes,
are
sir.
actually wanted to compete with our competitors. And according to that, they need to match up the pace of the competition as well. Okay. What action they have initiated, what action they have performed. And according to that, definitely you need to increase or enhance the quality of a service mix in the organization. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Yes. And as you can see that with this particular case study, the
So
major
this point
challenge.
is.
Yeah, please.
So this point is twisting. The
Yeah,
service
it's
mix.
very interesting case study because whatever we have done till now regarding job analysis, job designing, I think all the theory part, now you need to practically implicate all these cases. Okay, so I need answers. This is I need answers very, very thoroughly by tomorrow 6 p.m. please. Okay, for these cases because I need answers individually and I want majority of you to contribute in this case, please. Okay, and let's see how many will respond. And I just want you to give the answer in Word file if possible, because somehow reading from your written notes is very difficult for me. Okay, so if you will submit this particular Word file itself, you will revert me with this Word file on my WhatsApp. That would be far better, I think. Clear? So this will take some time to complete. So just take your time.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, have your dinner.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, have your dinner, sit in the night and just work on this case. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir. So
Yeah.
it's meant before dinner you don't try.
Yeah, it's up to you. Right? It's summertime actually, so you may try as well.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much, everyone.
Okay, sir.
So shall I sign up for the
Thank you,
day?
sir.
And one more thing before leaving the class, please. Tomorrow you have the worksheet which I've already given on Friday. Sorry, not on Friday. Sorry. For Friday exercise, I have given the worksheet on Tuesday or Wednesday only. Okay. So you have to complete that too as well. I hope everyone has received that screenshot. Yes, if you remember.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes.
So we have to generate a human resource for any file.
Yes.
Structured.
Okay, that is breakout and each pair needs to do. Okay, so how is company structured? How is the company HR team structured? You have to give the practical example. So I think आज आपके लिए थोड़ा परेशान करूँगा आपको मैं, but you need to complete your work.
Mine there is little bit problem because my brother is in a
We'll try,
hospital.
sir.
So
Yes.
I have to look after for phones coming.
Yeah, fine.
So there is a little bit problem for me.
Okay, so what I'll do tomorrow, I'll start with your inputs regarding this case study along with that exercise. If the time permits, definitely we'll discuss selection next unit.
Okay, sir. Okay.
But I want, because that's the reason I just shared this particular class activity to you on Tuesday itself. So you have sufficient time to do so. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, sir.
Fine. So thank you everyone and we'll catch you tomorrow at the same time. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Bye, sir.
Thank you,
Take care.
sir.
Yeah, please take care.